All right. Well, welcome everybody to our first of many to come Supercharged Sunday nights. And I know Jane and Eleanor and I, the three of us, we are so excited to come to you every week with this new virtual meeting, a way for you to plug in. Now, again, this doesn't replace your in-person meeting. I want to be very clear. Like, there is nothing better than being in person with your director. And I know you all know that, or being in person with your adopted director. But this can be a supplement to that. And for those that do work a non-traditional, job or have a crazy week, month, life, whatever, this will be what helps keep you accountable and helps your business grow. And so we're so excited to kick these off. And tonight we have two fabulous topics we're going to be talking about, but our promise to you about these is that they're going to be short but sweet. They're going to be powerful and mighty. They are going to give you what you need in the right amount of time. They will be recorded, okay? And your director will announce how she will be getting the recording back out to you. But again, I encourage you, 7 o'clock on Sunday, join us for a half hour. You will get so much out of this by being live. So you can ask questions and partake. And make sure you talk to your director, because I know some of us are running fun promotions with attending and watching. So make sure you talk to each of us, talk to each of your directors about, what she has going on in relation to, being a part of these. So, all right, so without further ado, I'm actually going to kick it off with Eleanor. She's going to start tonight. She has some awesome training. So Eleanor, I'm going to pull you on up. I'm going to unmute you so you can you say something so I can make sure your audio is good?
Hello, hello.
Awesome. You are good to go, girly.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for being on and joining us and investing in yourself and your business. I know it's not hard to get away and listen and plug in and learn, and being mindful is tough. Kim has a brand new baby, but you being on here and you watching this right now, that tells me a lot about you. So thank you for your time. And I hope I earn the privilege of your time. I really wanted to share with my heart with you tonight, because whether you're new or seasoned, whether you're coming off November, like, yeah, November, or whether you're like Mew, I didn't quite get where I wanted to be at the end of November. So whether you're high in victory or maybe you're feeling a little down right now in disappointment, plugging in to your Mary Kay network and your Mary Kay girlfriends is what can pull you through. Because, wherever you are in energy and space, that can be positively or negatively affected. And Mary Kay is all about community. That's one of the very rare things about our opportunity when you compare it to all the other opportunities out there. We have this culture of sisterhood and this culture of passing things on. It's not keeping secrets and elbowing other people off the ladder. We all go up together and we're all better together. So it really touched my heart when Tammy Romage, National Sales Director Tammy Romage, Kim Moore introduced me to her, and she greeted me with open arms. And I know she greeted Jane with open arms. And she said, I would love to be your national and invite you to partake in our education, in our community, in our tribe. And, I've been in Mary Kay for 12 years. And the first majority of those years was as what's called Mary Kay Go Give and what is now Mary Kay National Area. But Tammy has said that she will be happy to be our national sales director, and it makes such a difference. So do not take that for granted, to be in the space of a woman who has seen it, done it. She's walked the talk, she's walked the walk, and she's talked the talk. And she gets to share that with you. And she does so willingly, openly, and delightfully, So she has graciously invited us to join her. Kim's wonderful More Million unit, Jane's Life unit, and the Lionheart. She's invited us to join her at Hershey Country Club on Saturday, the 25th of January. It's from 9 in the morning until 4:30. So it's just a day. It's just a day out of your life, you guys. Now, I get it. A day out of your life. Hershey might be hours drive away. You've got Christmas. You've got bills to pay. Maybe your MK recruiter isn't coming. Maybe your recruiter, maybe your recruit isn't coming. It can be inconvenient, and it can take a bit of expense. So is it worth it? Yes. 100 times yes. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Why? Because whenever you plug into a Mary Kay event, your energy changes. And it's your energy that attracts people to you. It speaks for you. As living beings, we all vibrate at a certain energy, okay? So what is yours saying around the party table, around that kitchen table to your guests? This January Jumpstart is a reset that will get you excited. It will get you inspired. It will give you the words to be able to speak to people with authenticity and empathy, ears to listen, a mouth to speak. And when you go to a Mary Kay event, you really get to mix and converse and share ideas and stories and get inspired. And that doesn't happen on your own. You know, we can plug into MKU, and that's wonderful. But you don't learn what you learn on MKU, or you don't learn what you learn at a Mary Kay event like January Jumpstart that you would learn on MKU. It's different. It's visceral. It's an energy. You can feel it. Okay. So it happens by connecting with people. And that's really what this company is all about. So if you think you don't need Mary Kay friends because you already have your own Mary Kay friends and you're doing fine as an independent beauty consultant, then I don't think you've really glimpsed or gauged your potential. Because when you connect with Mary Kay friends, you think bigger. You go up together. They make you better. And I know this because when I connected with Jane Kaufman and Kim Moore, we were going along doing our own thing, but sharing ideas with them made me think bigger, made me think better, made me be able to help more people. And that's what you will find too when you go to January Jumpstart. You will connect with other people's hearts and other people's dreams, and you will go up together. And there's Mary Kay magic in that, you know? It really raises your energy, your belief level, and your goals. And you may not have found your Mary Kay bestie yet, but she might be waiting to meet you, sitting on the table next to you at January Jumpstart. And those can become lifelong friendships. Being around other successful Mary Kay women shows you also that there's no cookie cutter Mary Kay Barbie doll, which I like to see. You know, there are many different types of women who are successful. But you know, the one thing about them that is the uniting thing is that they're enthusiastic and they have that enthusiastic energy about them. Okay? So if you're doubtful, in a place of doubt with your business right now, you really need to come to January Jumpstart. If you're in place flying high, January Jumpstart's going to take you even higher. Sometimes we just need that little reminder that we're enough, right? And that we do deserve happiness, that we do deserve success, that we can overcome challenges, because we all have challenges, that we do deserve joy, we do deserve triumph, okay? And that comes from seeing other people be successful and inspiring us to do so too. So as I said, that's how I met Jane and Kim, and we share stories. We're on Voxers practically every day, sharing ideas and brainstorming how we can help you. This is how our SuperCharged Sunday came into being. I would never have met Jane and Kim had I not shown up to Mary Kay events. So my life is forever changed because I showed up. Who will you meet? Who will be your Mary Kay bestie? So if Jane and I and Kim and I could be so bold as to offer you some advice this evening, it's this: register for January Jumpstart. Okay, the link is on your private Facebook page. Just go to the January Jump pictures and it'll have the link there. Now, as of today, December 1st, the cost to register went up to $60, okay? But there are no hotels you have to pay for, no extra costs, because it's just one day. It's 9 to 4:30, okay? It's not a day about anyone else. It's not about your partner. It's not about your parents. It's not about your kids or your fur kids. This is for you. This is all about you, okay? And thank you for sharing that, Kim. So you've got that just there, okay, that information. You deserve it, and your future dreams deserve this. So $60 of your profit is going to go into this, okay? So what is that? That's $120 wholesale. What could you sell tomorrow and Cyber Monday to make that happen? Let's break down the math. That could be 3 hydrogels. I just sold one 5 minutes before, another one 5 minutes before coming on here. 7 lash intensities it could be. It could be 5 charcoal face masks. It could be 1 miracle set and a CC cream, you guys. How difficult are you making this? It doesn't have to be. $60 can be easily done through some calls and texts tomorrow or some face-to-face appointments. So if you say you don't have the money, girls, that's an excuse. Tough talk, I know. If you say you don't have time, you've got enough time to plan. Get a sitter, make it happen. That's an excuse. So don't rely on excuses. Make that difference. Make that decision. Step out into your greatness. Meet your friends and let's go up together and show Tammy how grateful we are for the opportunity to be in her space and learn from her on January the 25th. I hope to see you register soon because it is going to sell out. Mark my words. You won't want to be waiting on Facebook just looking at the pictures, missing out. You'll want to register. That's all from me for now. Over to you, Kim.
Awesome. Amen. As a matter of fact, I just double checked. Yep, there's still spots. You can go on, $60. I was just thinking, my mom and I were looking at Broadway tickets. You can't even get a Broadway ticket for $60. Like going to the movies, until you factor in your popcorn and your whatever, like a trip for 2, really, like honest to God, $60 is like nothing. A day that will change your world. So awesome. Thank you so much, Eleanor. So, this parlays perfectly after what Eleanor was saying. A lot of people wait until January 2nd to start thinking about their goals. Okay, and I want to challenge you to start thinking about that now. I want to challenge you to harness 2020 vision tonight. And this is personal experience. I'm being totally vulnerable with you guys. I have been totally in mom world since October 13th. Really, October was even a different month for me. I worked much more virtually than I ever have before. And it really opened my mind, expanded my thinking of how I can make big things happen, no matter how much or how little time I had, no matter if I was able to leave my home or not. And so now here we are. Have you ever fallen off track? Have you ever just lost your mojo? And not that I've lost my mojo, but I've made a perfect decision to totally just be invested in Lincoln in the past 7 weeks. And I loved every minute of it. But now I'm like, okay, I'm ready to jump back in and kind of get to work. And I know many of you have probably felt the same way. Okay, maybe the past month, family stuff happened. I missed Black Friday, or I didn't do as great as I wanted, or, life happens. So one of the things we need to really rock, something we really need to learn and master, is bounce back ability and giving ourselves the grace of just brushing it off, no big deal, and then coming together, motivating ourselves by ourselves and getting a plan. Okay, those 3 things are really vital. So I want you to write that down. Bounce back ability, giving yourself the grace. That's number 1, that you can just say, okay, we're going to brush off last month. It wasn't what I wanted or whatever. Number 2, okay, is, getting ourselves motivated, self-motivation, right? You can't rely on your director, can't rely on your Mary Kay bestie, can't rely on your husband or your customers, right? It has to be you. You are the person that's going to move you forward. And then number 3, getting a plan in place, okay? And so I think, when you're plugging in, this is really going to help you get that motivation. It's going to help inspire those thoughts. That pink bubble starts to bubble up inside of you. Listening to your Mary Kay CDs, logging on to Mary Kay in Touch and checking out the power class, going to the video lounge, surrounding yourself with Mary Kay positivity. That's going to help you get back on track, okay? Committing to January Jumpstart. That's going to help give you a solid plan. But, we can't wait until January Jumpstart to get a plan in place, right? So what I want to share with you today is the plan that I'm putting together for myself, because I'm putting like my consultant hat back on, and okay, I am coming from a place of complete curiosity, and I am going to just inch by inch start becoming consistent and powerful and not worrying about the time I don't have, but making the most of the time that I do. What would that look like? So let me pull this up for you guys to check out. This is an income producing activity sheet, and I'm going to make this available so you can print this out. There's lots of these, so if this isn't cute enough or you like to look at something a little different, that's okay. But I found this one on Pinterest, okay? And so every month you would print one of these out. Now, there's lots of tracking in the Mary Kay world, okay? And so as your business grows, you're going to be learning to track multiple things, all right? But again, we're going to take it inch by inch, step by step, okay? So if there was one thing that is the most important thing right now for you to get back on track, it is this. I don't care about, I'm going to say this, but just know this comes from a place of you should be tracking all these things, but we got to start somewhere, right? I don't care about your sales. I don't care about your faces. I don't care about your parties. I don't care about inventory. I don't care about any of that. This is the most important. This is the activity that's going to let all that stuff come to fruition so we can start tracking all those things. But if we're not putting income producing activities in our schedule, if we're not doing income producing activities, we are just wasting time away, and you're going to feel frustrated when you're tracking all those things because there's not much to track, okay? So this is what we're going to focus on. So first and foremost, what do you want from your Mary Kay business? I'm going to zoom in here a bit so we all can see this depending on what screen you have. And right here, there's three different levels for you, okay? So part-time consultant is doing 20 of these income producing activities in a month. So, and it breaks it down for, that means 1 per day or 5 per week. So if you're someone who is like, okay, I can look at a week and I can aim to get 5 things done in a week, great. If you're working your business a little bit every day, great. You're aiming to get 1 a day. Okay, so depending on how you break down your month. If you're a full-time consultant, okay, this is somebody who wants more of their business, right? We're talking probably red jacket, earning a car, okay? 40 activities in a month. So again, that's only 2 per day or 10 per week, all right? And then someone who is finishing to become a sales director, okay? This is and then some. Like we're talking DIQ directorship. They're going to be completing 60 of these per month. So that's 3 per day, 15 per week. And then what I love is a place for us to write our goal. You can draw a picture, do whatever, but just write one thing. Write one thing in that box. Again, sometimes we give ourselves all these things we want to focus on. And you know what? We never really get far on any of them. So I want you to pick one thing, okay? And for me, this month, December, it's the word consistency, okay? Because that's the one thing that affects everything I do, and it's showing up and completing this, okay? Yes, I could sit here and I could say I want 5 new recruits, and I want to hit $2,000 in sales and have 10 parties and finish my star and all these goals, but guess what? What boils all that down is if I show up and commit to a level on here and do it consistently. And that's my goal, okay? So I want to challenge you. Maybe that's the same goal for you, okay? Maybe you need to boil yours down to something else. It's the one thing, okay? We don't want to be doing too many things. What did Mary Kay say? Like, if you chase multiple rabbits, you can't catch both. I don't know, whatever. You can't chase lots of rabbits. You can't even chase one rabbit, right? Half the time? Right. Okay, so pick one thing. All right, now here's the actual income producing activities. Now notice on here, there's not doing your MK University, not organizing your inventory, not labeling your lookbooks, okay? Like, not even filling out your weekly plan sheet, okay? I'm a big proponent of planning my week, and we're going to teach you about that, right? But the reality is that doesn't really make us the money, right? That's going to help you strategize, but you got to get out and make things happen. Okay, so here's what your income producing activities are. We're going to zoom in just a little bit more so everybody can make sure everybody here can see these. Okay, so one skincare class. Okay, and again, it's not just showing up, it's showing up with a goal. You sell at least $100 and you're in front of at least 3 faces. So if you're in front of 2 phases and you sell 75, guess what? That doesn't count as an income producing activity. Okay, 2 facials or 2 on-the-go appointments. Okay, and a combination of those 2 together, you have to sell 100 and be in front of 3 faces. So again, I could have a facial on Monday and a facial on Friday. If I only have 1 person at each, doesn't count, right? I would need to at least do another facial, a 3rd facial, to get my 3 faces and to get at least $100 in retail sales. Very important, okay? It's not just, you know, showing up. You gotta hit your goals there. All right, getting 2 new bookings. 2 new bookings. And I'm gonna challenge you, I'm gonna say 2 new bookings within a 24-hour period. Like, you know, you don't wanna do a booking today and wait 2 weeks and get another new booking. Okay, like you want to be getting them within 24, maybe even 48 hours, depending on your schedule, right? Okay, like doesn't mean they have to hold in that period, but you just don't want to be like having like such a big blocks of space between when you're booking. Okay, because realistically, if you're like I am right now, you may not have anything on your December calendar. Okay, so like tomorrow, when I have my time scheduled in my office, you know, I have blocks of this booking time to fill that stuff out. I'm not just like, I'm going to make a couple booking calls here and make a couple booking calls later, or hope people come to me on Facebook. Like, I got to schedule, I got to do it. And my goal is to get 2. Because I know if I get 2, that counts as 1 income producing activity. All right, $100 in customer service. So this could count as your Cyber Monday, right? Or if you're still doing the iPad, the Hydrogel iPad challenge, okay? That's following up with your customers with the lookbooks that just went out, all right? Birthday sales, okay? Maybe revisiting people who didn't take advantage of your Black Friday sale, and you just want to like, hey, I just want to check in. I'm still offering it to a couple of my VIPs before I close the window for that. Okay, so it's, you know, just those follow-up sales. Again, 5 people can order, but if they're not spending $100, doesn't count. It has to be $100. Marketing follow-up. Okay, so what is a marketing follow-up? Well, there really is the same thing as a team building interview completed. Okay, so it's a sharing opportunity. So sometimes we do these things where you watch a video and you get people's opinion and your director follows up with them. That's important. Okay, or you're sitting down face to face, or you're talking to someone who is a customer of yours, and you're having them watch a video and talk to them about the business and picking their brain. All that's the same. So E&F, they're all the same there. It's sharing the business, but the key thing is you've got to have your director follow up. For some of you, like that are training already to become a director, your director might not be following up with them. She's probably coaching and following up with you. Okay, so don't forget that component. That's really important, is that you want your director included on that, whether she's doing the sharing appointment for you because you're new, she's like following up with them because you're like not new, or she's like coaching you on them because you're training for management and leadership in the company. Okay, guests to a meeting and they stay and hear about the marketing opportunity. That's huge, guys. You know, don't waste your meetings. Like, virtual is awesome, but I will tell you, I built my whole business on my Tuesday night meetings. When I worked at my old job at Television News, I mean, I booked all my second appointments to come there. That was just what I did. I didn't offer going to everybody's home unless they were going to have a party, because I just couldn't. So work smart. Don't work hard, work smart. So a guest to unit meeting. So guess what? You bring 3 guests to unit meeting and they stay and hear about the business. Doesn't care if they sign up or not. But guys, that's 3 income producing activities done while you go to your meeting. Because guess what? Meeting is not an income producing activity. It's important. It is so important. But at the end of the day, if we're not doing these actionable things, we're not moving our business forward. Okay. All right. 7 new names and numbers. Okay. So this is like if you warm chat, or if you do like a facial box, or if you're playing a referral game at parties and appointments. So you want to get 6. Okay, so if you get 5, doesn't count. You need one more to make it count, right? Like if you have a couple people there and together you get 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, great. As long as it's 7 or above, that counts as 1, right? Let's just say you get 21. That counts as 3 income producing activities. This is why parties are so smart. Think about you go to a party, that's going to count, right? Okay. You should be getting 2 new bookings. That's another one. Okay. You're going to be booking people to come to your unit meeting or, for their color follow-ups. You're going to be getting referrals. So that would be another one. You might even sign somebody up, right? And if not, you probably book them for sharing appointments. Do you see how every single one of these happens at a party? I mean, parties are the time saver for successful Mary Kay consultants. They really are. Okay. So, just this all works together to help you grow your business. And of course, last but not least, signing a new team member counts as 1 new income producing activity. So, and what I love about this sheet is this gives me the whole month. I have 1 sheet I print out for the whole month and I just mark down. So like, today, if I did any income producing activities, let's say I did $100 in retail customer service, I would write the letter D in this block for number 1. If I did 20 income producing activities today, I would write them all in there. Okay. That just helps me track. And again, why do we do this? Well, we want to count them up at the end of the month. We want to look for patterns. We want to see how our weeks work. There's method to our madness, right? Everyone's schedule, everyone's life has a rhythm to it. And at the end of the month, when you can go back and look at this with your director, we're going to say, Erin, I noticed that, you're getting way more done on weekends. Maybe we should really look at how we can best strategize your weekends so you can free up more of your weeknights. Because wouldn't it be nice to not have to work, to come home and focus on just Mary Kay on weekends and focus on just your family and your regular job on Monday through Friday? Yeah, again, strategy. Something that works really well for me now as a new mom. And I've loved this before I've had Lincoln, but I love power weekends. And that's one thing that I'll be kicking off again this month. I don't plan on working every single day. I want to have days where I don't have to wear makeup. Although it felt so good to put on makeup today. Can I just tell you that? It was instantly, I felt like $1 million again. Not that I don't, but spit up and everything, it is what it is. So, super important for you to have these strategies, right? So for me, I'm not working every weekend, but the one weekend I am working in December, I have my childcare lined up. So, I know Lincoln's in good hands. I'm going to be holding 3 parties on that Saturday, so I'm gone for 1 day, but I'm getting a whole week's worth of work done, and it's just smart. And again, so it's all about tracking so we can analyze and come up with a better strategy for you that fits your life. So this is a twofold project, right? Number 1, it's going to get you on track. It's going to focus you on the right things to do, the things to take action on. Okay. So what I would suggest tonight is that we're going to post this on our Facebook groups and we'll email it out. So if you're not getting this right away, just message me or Eleanor and we'll make sure we get it to you, but we're going to be posting it here right away. Print it out and take a look. And so what I do is I look at my week and I say, okay, I pick a level. Am I going for, part-time, full-time directorship? And I know what I need to do every week. And I look at my week and I say, okay, here's the times I'm committing to working my business. What of these can I fit in there? Okay. Now I'm going to be honest with you. This week, what's on my list? Number 1 is booking. Number 1 is booking. My goal is to get 5 new bookings before Wednesday. I have time scheduled. That's my goal. Okay. And my goal is to get, another 5, right? By the second half of the week. I just break it down. Okay. Another thing, I have a ton of customers who need customer service follow-up. I'm going to be honest with you. I just did a very simple thing for holiday sales this year. I didn't go all out. But I did great with sales, don't get me wrong, but for putting very little, if any, effort into it, I normally would get 2,000, 3,000 sales. I only probably got 1,000. So that leaves lots of room for me. So that's the other thing I'm doing this week. I'm calling all my November birthdays. I'm calling all my VIPs who got the lookbook but didn't order, and I am reaching out to all of them. Okay. And the goal is to book them or if not book them, what are they falling low on? What do they need a refill on? Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, the third thing I'm looking at is I'm also going through my customers and I'm saying, okay, who do I really want to recruit? Guys, this is the best time to come on board in the Mary Kay world, right? Come on board, get all your stuff at half price, be a consultant for Christmas, make some money in January, see if you really want to continue. You can always go back to being your customer, but what a great part-time pilot program where they can actually pay off their Christmas with their Mary Kay business, right? I love that. And we'll talk more about that coming up, but that is one of my favorite things to offer is just a part-time 2-month Mary Kay consultantship. I recruit tons of women that way. Okay. So that's a third thing is I'm looking at recruits. Who do I want to, who could benefit? How can I help them? Because helping them helps me. Okay. And so I'm looking at those things, planning them into my date book. And okay, my goal, I know now, and my goal is to get like 10 to 15 of these income producing activities done this week. I can do that. And that's all I focus on. Okay. So that's my challenge to you. What of these income producing activities can you work on this week? Print that off. Well, first of all, number one, sign up for January Jumpstart. Don't miss that boat. Don't miss that boat. Okay, number one. Number two, print this off, make your plan for the week, aim to get these income producing activities completed. And if you're at like a crossroads where you're not sure what to do or you need more guidance, that's where you want to reach out to your director. Let us know. We are here to help you, give you ideas. When I saw 7 names and numbers as a new consultant, I didn't know what that meant. And I remember I asked my director, Kathy, and she was like, oh, well, here's the different ways you can do that. Doesn't have to be warm chattering, doesn't have to be parties, especially if you don't have any parties booked and you're shy. Those things aren't really exciting for you. But there's lots of ways you can get 7 new names and numbers without having to do either one of those options. Okay, so ask your director, we're here to help. Okay, so thank you for joining us for our first Supercharged Sunday. I'm so excited. Eleanor, is there anything else that you would like to add as we wrap up for tonight?
Well, just thank you for being on. And don't forget also, it's 15 days until the end of the star quarter. So that's going to be, again, as Kim shared with these IPAs, that's really going to slingshot you into that level. That star is really the bar, but it doesn't happen by accident. It happens with those income producing activities. So I hope this tool blesses you and enables you to reach that level so that we can celebrate you.
Awesome. Yeah. Guys, thank you again for spending your Sunday night with us. We look forward to hearing from you. Please message us tonight. Let us know your number 1, top 2 takeaways. Number 1 or top 2 things that really caught your heart today that you're going to put in place, because as your business coaches, we want to be able to follow up and help to hold you accountable by checking in. Okay. Have an awesome week, everybody. We'll see you back here. Same link. This will be the same link every single Sunday. So make sure you share it with your team members, invite them to come on board. Hey, have a watch party, right? Invite your team members over to your home, serve them cocoa and cookies. And, that way you can also try some of the new products coming out with them. That's a great team building exercise as you are building that future unit. So we'll see you here next week. Have a great week, everybody.